What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we're going to be talking about the top 10 power forwards in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. And the power forward position is a weird one because it all depends on what you need. Because, like, if you want a popper, Rudy Gay is not as good as Giannis. Or Rudy Gay is better than Giannis, but, like, clearly Giannis is better at power forward than Rudy Gay. So it really all just depends on what you specifically want from a power forward. And we got a couple of specialists in this list. So there are some guys that you guys might think are not very good, but they are specialists. Before you get on, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit, we're trying to hit 20,000 subscribers as soon as possible. And right now we are only 500 off. But anyway, let's go back to the list. And honorable mentions, so many of them. And number 10, a specialist, Bob Pettit. He is, in my opinion, the best popper in the game. The amount of shots that he hits is just a joke. His release is so good. He does one thing and one thing only. If you want a pure popper to rebound and who rebounds the ball pretty well, if you literally want somebody to run pick and pops for and shoot, Bob Pettit is one of the best in the game. Not because he's a one-dimensional specialist, he can't go higher than 10, but he's 10. And 9, we got Odom. From a one-dimensional specialist to an all-around mid-machine, Odom can pop a little bit, he can handle a little bit, he can play a bit of defense, he can play a point power forward role, he can shoot the ball a little bit. Like, Lamar Odom has zilch flaws. The guy has absolutely no flaws when it comes to playing in this game. He is genuinely a great card and somebody that I would be happy to have him, but I just don't have him. At number 8, we got Nick Claxton. Nick Claxton is one of the best defensive power forwards in the game. Because of he's got great badges here on gold, but he's a 90 steal and a 96 block. His release is really easy to green. The only thing is that it's a bit of a slow shot and he can only shoot the 3. He can't really shoot the mid. He can only dunk and shoot the 3. That's all he can do. No real post game. He can't shoot free throws. One of the worst free throw shooters I've ever seen in this game. But he's fine. Like, obviously, what I'm guessing... What was the shot? What was the thing they said? Was it draw foul got mixed up with... Like, his draw foul is 47 here. And they said his draw foul got mixed up with his three-pointer. I don't know if that's the case. What I reckon happened is it was meant to be 58. I reckon it was meant to be a 58 3 ball and they made it a 88. Either way, they made a mistake on Nick Claxton and he is the number 8 power forward in the game. Honestly, I feel bad putting him at number 8. For me, he'd be higher. At number 7, we've got Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon, really nice on defense. He doesn't move as fast as 87 speed would suggest. His release is actually pretty good this year. He'll hit open jump shots. His handles are ridiculous, by the way. I'm not joking. He has the most ridiculous handles ever for a big man. Like, I'm not getting Hakeem this season. You could not pay me enough money to get Hakeem Olajuwon this season. Fair play to everybody who did. But I'm not going to lie. Whenever I run my Nick Claxton against another person's Hakeem, I normally tend to win with my Nick Claxton. Either way, though, at number 6, we have got Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett is very similar to Nick Claxton. It's like, do you want somebody that will run faster or a better shooter? That is literally it. Because I don't care about the extra huffs that Kevin Garnett has over Nick Claxton. I've come up against Kevin Garnett with Nick Claxton. They are so even. It is such an even matchup when you match up Kevin Garnett with Claxton. Because they're very similar height-wise. They're very similar wingspan-wise. And they're very similar defense-wise. Shooting-wise, you got a better mid-range on Garnett. Garnett's faster, but you got a way better 3-ball on Claxton. Garnett's release pretty fast, or it's pretty easy. You got goal catch and shoot, which is a good badge to have on him. But that's the big thing with this card is he does get the defensive huffs. And if you end up going all the way and getting him, it is a pretty good card. Like, as somebody that is probably going to complete Kevin Garnett, he won't make my team. But he's in here at number 6. At number 5, we've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Basically, when it comes to KG, they're very similar on the defensive end again. And by the way, this Giannis and this Giannis, the only difference is that this one's a little bit worse at free throws. They're the same card otherwise. There's no difference. I've played both, they feel the same. But basically, the reason why Giannis is ahead of Kevin Garnett in here at number 5 is purely because, like, do you want somebody that can handle the ball and push the floor a little bit? with a slightly negative shooting, or do you want slightly better shooting? Giannis is really, really good. I prefer Giannis at center because I think a lot of the advantages that Giannis has speed-wise, you can very easily match up to him, but he's so glitchy. He's one of the best defensive players in the game. And having him at number 5 is just a sign of just how good the guys are from 4 through 1. And we got Evan Mobley slightly ahead of him. Look, he's got equal length to Giannis on the defensive end. He's almost as good and he shoots so much better. Evan Mobley is one of the top power forwards in the game. I would rather use Giannis at center. Like, he honestly is a Giannis stopper. He'll match up to Giannis well. He'll give very similar to what Giannis gives you. And these guys match up with each other really, really well. And with that, you can get a lot out of an Evan Mobley. And you can probably use him as a popper a little more than Giannis. And for me, I always find I like playing against Giannis. Like, Giannis can be hell to play against because of his defense, but he can also be great to play against because of his lack of offense. And for that reason, I'm going to put Evan Mobley down here in like, I'm going to put him in a 4 because he's less of a liability on offense than Giannis. At 3, we got LeBron. I think LeBron's a better power forward than a small forward. I think LeBron's speed, his ability to just run the floor and get dunks, I think he rebounds pretty well. I do not like LeBron a small forward. I like LeBron a power forward. LeBron sits in the last 3 spots at the end of my bench to come on as an impact sub at the power forward position. I play LeBron a power forward. He never touches the floor at small forward. Because depending on my lineups, Kawhi Leonard, Michael Beasley, Franz Wagner are better than him a small forward. He's just there. So, LeBron James, great power forward. I really like him power forward. Like, people are going to call me crazy for this, but again, this is my list. If you guys want to just hear a person talking about the generic comp opinion and not... Yeah, if you just want to hear generic comp opinion, the Debo's there. If you want to hear an opinion of me, I'm giving my opinion, and it's LeBron at number 3. To be honest, I wouldn't even put LeBron in the small forward if it was fully my opinion. But at number 2, we got Chet Holmgren. He's my backup power forward. He doesn't miss. Chet Holmgren doesn't miss. He's 7'1", and he's got a 95 block rating with half anchor chase and arson post lockdown. He's got 48 strength. Like, can you bully Chet Holmgren? I don't know. No one's ever bullied Chet Holmgren when I use him. So the answer, can you bully Chet with the 48 strength? I don't know. Because no one ever does for me. I use him all the time. I use him in so many squad builders. I've used him in games. I use this guy enough, and I'm comfortable enough with this card that he's my backup power forward, so I have to put him at number 2 because he is backup to the number 1 power forward in the game, Diamond Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, 88 speed, 82 3 ball. His jump shot is elite. His handle is elite for a big man. His defense is really good, and he's just more versatile. So he's Mobley with a better release. He's Giannis on defense, but not a liability shooting wise. I don't have any badges added onto him. He's just that good in my opinion. He is the best power forward in the game. And like, if you're asking me who to use, it's him 1000% of the time. And even in like TTO, he's the most versatile TTO big man in the game. But yeah, anyway, we've got Pettit at 10, Odom at 9, Claxton at 8, Hakeem at 7, Garnett at 6, Giannis at 5, Mobley at 4, LeBron at 3, Chet Holmgren at 2, and Anthony Davis at number 1.